Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, John. I'm doing fantastic. Excited for another week.
Absolutely. Now, in the past, we've talked about a lot of different things. We talked about technology last week, which is really cool. You guys use some really cool technology. Today, we're going to talk about technique, because every chiropractor, I suppose, probably uses their own technique, don't they?
Right. Yeah. So we've kind of been walking through some of the different things we do in our office. So what makes us different, too, is our technique, right? So there's over 200 techniques out there for chiropractic adjustments. And, people sit in their stomach, I gotta have this one, I gotta have this one. They all work. It's just a matter of how much time you're willing to let them work. Some might work right away. Some it might, it's kind of more of a gradual change. It kind of depends on your personal preference. I always say shopping for a chiropractor is like shoe shopping. There's so many different shapes, styles, and fits. What works for one person doesn't always work for everybody else. Sometimes you have to try a few out. Because when people say, well, I went to a chiropractor, it didn't work. Or I heard not great things about chiropractic. It's like, well, that's one way of looking at it. There's hundreds more out there that could be just as effective. Sometimes you do have to try a few out, though. And
everybody's going to have their own opinions. And there are some people that, it's their opinion, so they're right, but that doesn't mean that they're right. So
right.
Because their opinion is their opinion doesn't make it accurate.
Right. I mean, just like any sort of car salesman, doctor out there, there's some good ones, some not so great ones. Like I said, some work for some don't work for everybody else.
Yeah, we're very happy with Balanced Life Chiropractic. Now, what is the technique that you use? Is there a name for the technique?
Right. It's called torque release technique. So
that's what I was going to call it.
Or we call it TRT for short. Now, most chiropractors do more of what is like a manual style type of adjusting, which is very effective. We found that instrument adjusting is just as effective. To me, it takes a lot of the human error out of things because the instrument's always going to be firing at the same speed.
Very precise.
Same frequency. I look at it kind of like it's a sniper rifle versus a shotgun approach. We're being able to be pinpoint specific, adjusting exactly what needs to be adjusted. So there's nothing wrong with manual style adjusting, just what we have found to be a little bit better, faster, effective with especially all walks of life. We are able to adjust little kiddos or even older adults that maybe have some health complications where they can't get normally adjusted. It's a great way to kind of breach, the middle between those.
And instead of manhandling where you're like twisting and turning and cracking and popping, it just seems to be, like I said, very precise.
Right. It's a very gentle approach to it. The instrument itself packs a lot of power and a little bit of time, area. It fires at 1/10,000th of a second. So we don't have to use as much force because it fires so much faster. It's like no one can actually physically adjust that fast. So we don't have to use as much force. So it's able to be a lot more gentle on our patients. And, I don't have to move you. You get to just lay down, relax.
Fall asleep if you want.
Some people have, yep. It's just more of a gentle way of looking at it versus having to put you in like a pretzel maneuver or anything like that.
Nice. If somebody listening is going, hey, I've been to a chiropractor in the past, and that's not how they did it. And maybe they've got kind of a negative connotation in their mind of what a chiropractor is. If they would like to have that fixed, they would like to have that connotation fixed, I encourage them to come see Balanced Life Chiropractic. How do they get a hold of you?
Right. To me, it's never bad to have a second opinion or to look into different things. It's always great to have more information, more education about stuff so you can make the best decision for you and your family's health. So all it takes is just coming in and starting with a conversation with us, finding out what's going on and how we can help you. So they can give us a call at 605-215-1785 or shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic. We'd love to help.
Very nice. And you can also find them online at their website, which is BalancedLifeSD.com.